a story of one of my older brothers, and to illustrate to you the power of prayer and the mercy of God. My brother was heading towards Sault Ste. Marie one weekend. It was a winter day, and the roads were clear, except there was the odd ice patch. And he was supposed to pick up my wife, take my wife to visit Tammy in the Sioux. And he forgot my wife, which my wife was upset about at first. But then as my brother drove along, the highway, he lost control. The truck turned over. And this is along the Mississauga River, which is very windy, very treacherous. There's a deep river on the one side. You might have a drop of 25, 30, 40, 50 feet. On the other, on the left, a ditch, maybe 8 feet deep. Well, observe the God's mercy here. My brother wasn't wearing a safety belt. Had he been wearing it, he would have been dead. The truck was upside down, plowing snow in the ditch. The windows opened at the rear of the truck. In came in the snow. When everything was over, the whole truck was buried with snow except for about 2 inches of the wheels of the truck. That's all you could see. The truck could have gone into the river, which it didn't. Went into the left small ditch. It was buried. My brother was completely right side up. The truck was upside down. He was right side up, but it was like he was cemented in that cab. The cab was packed with snow. There was a big steel beam in the back of the truck that whipped its way right through the back of the truck, right through the front, and just missed my brother's side. He should have been dead again there, had that beam been just a little bit more to the left. He would have been dead had he been wearing his safety belt, because all the blood would have went to his brain, and he was trapped in that truck. Then 2 men came along. They said, well, there's nobody there. The other guy said, there has to be somebody there. And then my brother, hearing the voices, just screamed at the top of his voice. They dug him out. And then I saw him the next day at our church at Mass. I said, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Sault Ste. Marie. Then he showed me the pictures of the truck. Later I saw the pictures. He told me what happened. And I said, Ron, I said, I want to have breakfast with you tomorrow morning. I've got something to tell you. And this is what I told him. What he didn't know was that 3 days prior to going on his trip, my mom had called me up. And she had dreamt about my brother. She said, Donald, I dreamt of your brother last night. I said, yeah, what did you dream? She says, I saw a picture like in an obituary. I saw killed underneath. I told my mom over the phone, I said, you better pray hard. I said, that's a warning from God. So my mother prayed like she never prayed for the next 3 days. And that third day was his accident. And I thank God, because my wife should have been on that truck. Had she been, I don't believe she'd be here today. There's no limits to God's mercy. In concluding my talk on mercy, I must speak about Mary, the Mother of Mercy. Mary has the most vital role to play in extending God's mercy to the world. St. Faustina consecrated herself to Mary. In section 79 of her diary, we read, O Mary, my mother and my lady, I offer you my soul, my body, and my debt, and all that will follow it. I place everything in your hands. Mary taught St. Faustina so much, as we can see by reading her diary. Just to mention a few, she taught Faustina, number 1, abandonment to the will of God. Second, she taught her about the interior life with Jesus. She also taught her how to live for God, how to love God. She also taught her the 3 virtues of humility, purity, and love of God. We have so much to gain by following St. Faustina's example in consecrating our lives to Mary. By doing so, Mary will form us as a good mother does, and she'll lead us to her son Jesus, as she did in the life of St. Faustina. By consecrating our life to Mary, we can, like Faustina, enjoy God's presence and peace in our life in a very special way. Fear, then, will have no place in our life. In her diary, St. Faustina wrote in entry number 589, "Love casts out fear. Since I came to love God," this is Faustina talking, "since I came to love God with my whole being and with all the strength of my heart, fear has left me." Unquote. For those who wish to do so, you may join me in reciting a prayer of consecration to Mary. And the prayer goes like this. You can either repeat it out loud with me, or you can say it inside in your heart. O Mary, Virgin most powerful and Mother of mercy, Queen of heaven and refuge of sinners, I consecrate myself to your immaculate heart. I consecrate my being and my life, all that I have, all that I am, and all that I love. To you I give my body, my heart, and my soul. To you I give my home, my family, my country. I desire that everything in me, everything around me, belong to you. To make this act of consecration purposeful and lasting, I renew this day the promises of my baptism. Finally, O glorious Mother of God, and loving Mother of us all, I promise I shall try to inspire in others devotion to you, so as to hasten to the queenship of your Immaculate Heart, the coming of the kingdom of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. In my heart and in the hearts of all. An act of consecration to Mary is so powerful. I've experienced it in my own life, and I won't get into that, but I just want to say to you that I'm here at St. Paul University for 3.5 years now as a result of consecrating myself to Mary. She opens doors that possible to imagine. At this time, the question that I'd like to ask you for us to consider is, do you presently have a need for God's mercy in your own life? Do you have a need for His mercy in your own life? At this time, I would like Rose to come and sing her song on God's mercy. And following that, we will have a love offering just to cover expenses of the conference, Rose's trip from the north to come here and sleeping over and stuff. And just give what you can. And any surplus will go to help the homeless in a ministry such as what Rose is doing. Rose?
Title of this song is called Rich in Mercy. Track 4.
the poor beggar. He was rich in mercy to the woman at the well. He was rich in mercy to those who are lame. He was rich in mercy to the tax collectors too. He was rich in mercy, slow to anger, abounding in love is our God. He is rich in mercy, slow to anger, abounding in love is our God. He was rich in mercy to the poor leper. He was rich in mercy to the blind man too. He was rich in mercy to Mary Magdalene. He was merciful to the dead man Lazarus.
Yes, Jesus' mercy is so great for all of us, and as my song said a while ago, it extends to the clouds up above. So let go and let God and put your past behind you. Yesterday is dead and gone, and as far as the east is from the west, He erases our sins. So grab on tight to that mercy today.
He was rich in mercy, slow to anger, abounding in love is our God. He is rich in mercy, slow to anger, abounding in love is our God. He was rich in mercy to the lowly and the poor. He was rich in mercy to those who mourn. He was rich in mercy to the widows and orphans. He was rich in mercy for everyone. He was rich in mercy, slow to anger, abounding in love is our God. He is rich in mercy, slow to anger, abounding in love is our God. Abounding in love, abounding in love, abounding in love is our God.